I hear Paul Franco. Paul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's happening, man?
Well, expect 180. I still stick by around 223. Maybe it's only gonna be like the two teens or whatever. But
I hope you're
I
right.
would cover,
I hope you're right.
I would cover the cable on that good number, like in the 220s,
Well,
230.
did you see the euro? I mean, if the euro can spike down to like like 111, 110.90, that's probably a good place to
Yeah, that's what
cover
I'm saying.
too.
1090, I think is I forgot what was the fib there. It's 61%, no, 50%, and I think maybe we can get into the 1080s. But on a good number, I'd cover your cable, and you'll probably get another
I
opportunity to be shorted.
but I can't cover it. If it's a good number, I've got to stay short the pound. It's like I've got to stay short the pound it's because of what happened yesterday. I mean, I get it. If you're short term, maybe that's what you do. I don't know. Anyway, we're almost there, Paul.
25 seconds away.
Let's hope for a good number. Let's hope for a good
They're
number.
expecting zero point 0.2 on average hourly earnings. Last month was 0.10, so we'll see how it comes out. Um,
Come on, let's get a good number. Everybody thinks it's the elections. Can't have a bad number. Oh, it's a good number. It's a good number.
255. Boom!
Wow.
I hit it again, folks. Do not
Holy
sell the
cow.
USA down. I told you.
Holy
Didn't I
cow.
tell you? I
Did
told
you?
you we were going to put the upside surprise.
You did. You did. You
I
win.
stuck the finger. Unlike all you Wall Street pros, I just stick my finger. Like I said this morning, I stick my finger in the air.
Paul wins. Paul wins. Paul wins. All right. Hey, I'm happy. Look, I am happy.
I know the support here on the cable at 3086, and we're right there. A good area to cover. Now, just good area to cover, but we can dip lower, which is 3054. So 61%.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I would take the money right now.
Kiwi is getting clobbered. I'm gonna take half of my pound off the table.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I took half of it off the table. I'll hold the rest because.
And remember from yesterday, I called it when the release was. No, I'm saying this. I said the pound was going to go to 30.19, and you're like, that's 300 pips away.
Hey, you guys, let me just say something. Don't ever bash the Paul Franco. Don't ever bash the Paul Franco. That was good, Paul. Hey, I'm happy. Thanks. That was great. Hey, you know what? The dollar Canadian spiked up to 131. What the Canadian lost 31,000 jobs.
Holy smokes! You're not joking.
That's the equivalent of losing what, 7 times. That's the equivalent of losing 200,000 jobs.
Now that being said,
wrapping the bet right now.
Your resistance on dollar CAD is 31.10. We're there, and 31.31 is the top of the zone. I think if you believe that crude is bottomed on a short-term basis, fade the 31.31, and let's take a look on the fib.
Hold on, I'm going to sell the Euro Canadian because I got long yesterday.
Okay, the 31.20 is the 50%. And 31.31 is the top of the zone of 30.32 to 30.31. So you can, as I told y'all ahead of this, you can fade the dollar strength. Now, we're 10.99 on the euro. I said, we can probably get into the 10.80s. Cable.
KJ said I would never bash Paulie. He likes to scream and yell. He's my 6 a.m. wife. Oh, dude. Oh, man. That Paulie, great call, by the way.
50% on the euro. And we're here on the dollar CAD at 31.31. We're 31.37, but that's at level here. 31.56 is the 61%. But I'm telling you, I would fade this dollar strength. And you know me, I love the dollar. USA, USA, USA all the way. But now the dollar yen.
I am selling the Euro Canadian here. Hold on, I got to take profits, Paul. Stop me. Stop me if I'm crazy. All right, I just took profits in the Euro Canadian. Boom, they're done.
And folks, we got to 31.42. I told you 31.31. Right now, the dollar CAD is fading like the last rose of summer. We just dropped to 31.24. We popped up, but 31.31 is the top of that zone. And on the dollar yen, we've got that level. Remember 0.148, 0.127 to 0.148. So we're kind of struggling here. But let's see if we can
But
get that 0.177 on the
so
dollar yen.
look at the euro dollar. We came right down, broke new lows to 110. Remember, this is 110.92. That's
Mhm.
breaking new lows, and this should be supported somewhere down here. If I was short the euro, which I'm not short the euro, I'd be looking to take some profits here.
Exactly. I would. I
Yeah.
would too. I would
Yeah,
too.
you got to be able to take a little bit of profits right now, in
And
my
we're
opinion.
sitting here on that same level, 3086, but we're here at 3084 on the cable. If we get a dip to the 3054, once again, lay some of it off. My overall target is 3019. I think the cable's going lower, but my overall target, and don't forget, folks, I called 3019 on the release, and we were closer to, well, we were closer to 33 at the time, and I said, that's where we're going.
Aussie
So
New Zealand. My biggest position right now is the Aussie New Zealand, and this thing is just ripping right now. Absolutely on fire right now.
I take advantage of this dollar strength because, like I said, unfortunately, I like the dollar, but look, the markets view the dollar as a cup half, the glass half empty. It's just the way it is. You can't fight it. So
Yeah.
use it to your opportunity. Dollar entered at 154. I like the 177 because that's a level on the 2H. It's actually a top bar too. If we can punch higher, the lower zone is at 223, but I would use the strength in. If we get past the 177, we might get into the 185, but I think that's probably all you can get out of dollar yen. I don't think it's a great trade, but with the idea that the yen's going to continue to strengthen, it's not bad. This dollar strength is going to
I
get a
just
little
bought the
carried
euro
away.
pound, by the way. I just bought the euro pound with stops below 84.50. Just to let you guys know, that's a flag. So let's see
Oh,
here.
and gold. What did I tell you, folks? I told you on a
Oh,
good
hold on,
number, gold. You could
hold on.
pick it up at 1350, and I said that the level was 1348.7, the breakout. Guess what? The low was 1347. I suck. I was off a dollar and what, 70 cents? We're at 1354. Even if you picked it up at 1350, you already got $4 on your pocket. Thank you very much.
You suck. All right. Somebody just said, Nick just said Aussie Canadians breaking higher. Oh man, this I knew it was up against big resist. Oh man, look at the Aussie Canadian. This is
Oh, the Aussie
somebody
dollar's
was.
pulling
Oh,
back
this is
too.
tripping all sorts of stops. Because
Here's our
somebody was.
euro in the 80s. Here's our euro in the 80s. At 1085 is a level on the 30-minute on the euro. But
Oh
like I
my
said,
God, look at this thing.
like Blake says, they're stretching the stops because everybody's like, oh my God, I didn't think that the U.S. sucks. Everybody tells me the U.S. sucks.
Down new
How can they
lows.
have good employment? So yeah, the next level on the euro is 1074. They're going to buy some buyers in here. Some shorts are going to cover anywhere in here. Like I said, on a very, very good number. And I think this is a very, very good number. I said we could get into the 1060s. I don't see anything beyond that. The euro's just going to drip lower. But like I said, people just don't like the dollar for whatever reason, so it is what it is. But
The 200 excuse me, the dollar Canadian is just, it's up 126 pips right now, Paul. We basically come right up to resistance. I said, man, on a strong U.S. number and a weak Canadian number, we could get there, and we are there.
well,
If I was long,
here's your fib. I
hey,
still
wait,
like
wait, hold on. If I was long the dollar Canadian, I would be like, you've got to move up stops right now. You've
yeah,
got to move
31,
up stops.
3156 is a 61% of this range, folks. That's that range from the low, which is 29.95, to the high of 32.55. You want to exit out. I still like it. Like I said, for people that, like I said, if you believe that crude is bottom, you faded against the 31.31. Yeah, let it pop up a little bit, which it just took out the retracement high, which was 31.50, and we just got to 31.52. I like this area to go on in. If you believe that crude has bottomed, you short the dollar CAD against this 31.50 area. I mean, I like the 31.31, but like I said, if you want to see how far it can squeeze, 31.56 is the 61% of the move, and the prior high was 31.49 or 31.50, and we got up to 31.52.
Okay, so we're at the 50% retracement of the euro dollar, or actually, let me make sure. Right there. I didn't have my. Okay, so we're just below the. If there's any euro crosses that you want to buy, this is the time to do it. The Euro Canadian I sold a little too early, but you got to look at some of these other Euro crosses as possibles, because the Euro sitting on this is pretty key support here. Whether it's the Euro Pound, Euro New Zealand, Euro Canadian, Euro Aussie. I don't know. The Euro Aussie's been pretty damn bullish though. But holy cow, Paul! Hey, kudos to you, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy you did that because I'm happy you were right because I was short the cable, so it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So great job, Paul. And somebody else said that the Aussie's ripping against everything. Look at the Aussie Canadian. I mean, this is crazy because now we're approaching a major trend line in the Aussie Canadian. This is going to be a really, really bullish move here if we break above that. I mean, I want to post a chart, but I feel like I'm copying somebody, so I don't want to do that.
Well, the dollar CAD, the dollar
it is a
CAD.
trend line. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Let's go ahead and here this this, and I'm not long. I mean, this is 8, 5, 16. Copy Ed chart. Okay, there we go. I copied Ed's chart. Aussie Canadian approaching major resistance. Okay. 8. What's today? 5th. Copy Ed chart. Got it. There's the Aussie Canadian. Really, really. I mean, this thing is major. And you know, if you let's just actually, jokes aside, let's grab that RSI. Look at this. See this, Paul?
Yeah, I see right here.
See that RSI? So when an RSI breaks, kind of like a trend line break, like you see here.
Yeah.
Okay. That whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That breakage right there can lead to a breakout over here. Very, very, very big possibility right here.
You know, I don't use RSI very much, but that looks exactly like my RSI. I want you to stop copying and pasting my stuff. I don't know how you're doing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at your charts. No, that and by the way, that is a chart that everybody has been referencing. But somebody just yesterday, because I drew all this out yesterday, Paul. Somebody pulled up this chart and they said, "Hey, Blake, what about shorting? You know, or is this maybe 2 days ago? Like, what about shorting the Aussie Canadian?" And I said, "Well, you know, we're building a wedge, and that's why these red lines are drawing here." Because I said, because everybody's stops are now built above the breakout point. So now we just cleared that major breakout point. So you know, it's clearing out all those stops. So
getting back to the overall perspective, when I said, hey, I think if we get a very good job report, here's the deal. Like I said, you want to cover those shorts, like in the euro, whatever, and they're going to buy them. Now, what can happen, as I said, now we finally got the good number. We can come back in the euro, and it might languish for the next 7 days or whatever, kind of going backwards and forwards, and eventually it might work lower. But for right now, like I said, everybody thinks that the dollar's still a piece of crap. It's really not they think the dollar's a piece of crap. They just don't see the Fed raising, so everybody's going in that direction.
That's the key. That's exactly the key, Paul.
Yeah, so that's the way you want to play it. And like I was telling that other guy, I think it was Steven that did ask, is I wasn't betting on the number. You bet on the not on the number. You play the reaction of the expectations. So just like me and Blake were talking about, I go, I still think it's going to be a good jobs report. So there's the cable going south of the border, and I'm saying, hey, look, here's your levels to go in and cover. I'd be covering on those. I told y'all I would be selling the CAD. 31.31 and 31.56 was the 61%. Where's the CAD right now? 31.28.
Let me see. Employment rate actually went down, or went up. Excuse me. Average hourly earnings went up.
How much? I didn't even pay attention.
I wasn't even paying attention either. But they went up.
0.3. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a very good number. That 0.3.
Yeah.
Had it not been for the Brexit, they'd be just screaming bloody murder for them.
I just added to my pound short, just so you know. I shorted more cable here on this bounce.
There you go. You saved yourself a little bit of money. Not a whole lot. You actually
10 pips. 10 pips.
Yes. Huh?
10
10
pips right
pips.
now.
Well, 10 pips is still
Yeah,
10
because I think,
pips.
yeah, because I got out at that 130.80
Well, it
8.
was more than
So
that, then you must have got close to 20 pips then.
no, I
Unless,
got right here, right. I covered it here, but we're bouncing a little bit, but that's all right. I don't mind being short the cable, frankly. It's just,
well, I told those good
oh,
area to
it's
cover
bouncing
was
all
at
over.
30.86. So if y'all did, hey, look, we're at 31.09, folks. You know what? Hey, I'm going to call it like it is. Ain't no shame in my game. I call some freaking awesome calls. Look at this on the cable, 31.14. Who told you to cover at 30.86? I did. Props to me. So, and we're seeing that, and I said didn't I say before that we even early in the morning, I told y'all the euro would get into the 1080s. Boom, 1080s. And look at dollar cat 31.22. I said that 31.31, but we got that 31, and I said 31.50 was that prior high. We took it out only by 2 pips, and right now we're down from that area. We're down, what was it, 25 pips right now. So once again, if you believe that the crude is bottomed, I think that dollar cat will work lower over the next week. Doesn't mean it's going to fade immediately today, but that's how you want to play those levels. And look at gold. Who told you to buy at 13.50? And I told you the breakout 48.70.
We're at
Right now it's
13. We're
13.55. $5. And I
we're at
said the lower 50.
13.55.
Yeah,
We're at
13.55 now. And I
we're at
said
13.50.
when you were on the air, we were at 13.50. But I'm saying, as I told y'all, you can buy it in the lower 50s on a good number. The breakout before was 48.70. Guess what the low was? 47.10. I was off by $1.60 on that, but I said you can buy it.
Oh, look at
In the
crude
low.
rallying. By the way, crude is
Yeah.
rallying right now. Crude
Mhm.
is rallying. I'm surprised crude is rallying. Holy cow.
Well, it's a
Um,
good number. It's a good number. And don't forget,
yeah,
we
that's
still have
true.
some short
That's
cover.
true.
I
That's
told
true.
people
That's
it's going to be
true.
a lot of backing and filling, and we've been doing that. But right now, they're going with the good NFP number. And so they're going to
Yeah.
say, because that adds on to the short cover. It's like, okay, you know what? Who wants to be on that? You know what I mean? So it gives them the extra juice to do a little bit more short cover. It's kind of like what we talked about with the cable. I said, when I was telling you day before yesterday, I told you about, or yesterday, selling about the cable, and I go, who's going to buy the cable? I go, you still have tomorrow, which is going to be NFP. That's going to be favorable.
Oh, wait, hold on really quick. So the dollar yen, I had 102 written down, but man, we are really struggling. I don't know why I keep
I
writing
know,
down
I
102
know.
because what we're doing is we're struggling with this
I was
101.50.
hoping for 101.77, and you can't even get 101.77. We didn't take out the prior high, which was 101.67. So that
Yeah,
just it just looks
we're really
bad.
struggling here.
And I think that dollar yen, and look at the Aussie dollar, it's rallied all the way back. I'm telling you, folks, I told you to look at the Aussie dollar and the dollar yen. This is telling me that people still don't believe in the dollar. It's not that they don't believe in the dollar. The flows have already gone that direction.
And they just don't believe the Fed's going to act. You know, it
Exactly,
doesn't matter how
exactly.
strong the number
So I
is.
told y'all to look at the Aussie dollar, and we pointed that out. Look at the Aussie dollar. It's all the way back. It's all the way back. Actually, if we close here at the top of the hour, you will actually have, well, you have to be a little careful because you would say it looks like a hanging man. It actually looks like a hanging man, but we'll have to break higher. We're going to struggle
Um,
even with the euro here, but it's going to be hard to turn the ship around.
oh
It's
my
going to be
God,
hard.
that is really has
That could
really
run back up.
really
It
ripped
could,
back up.
if we struggle here in the Aussie next week, that's going to be a hanging man. Look at it on a 2-hour chart. Pull up a 2-hour chart, it's a
Well,
hanging man.
here's the
There
hourly.
you
It's
go.
a hanging
Well,
man.
it's the same way on the 2-hour. It's the same way on
Yeah.
the 2-hour. That's freaking
But
weird.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would.
No,
I
I
think the
wouldn't fade
Aussie
it. You have
just
to wait. It has
that
to prove
the
itself.
Aussie looks so much better on like against crosses. Like
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm
you
saying.
have
You
to
have
look.
to. No,
The
you can't.
Aussie against the Canadian is just on freaking fire right now. The Aussie New Zealand. I mean, thank God because I'm long. But this thing's trying to break higher. Aussie and did you see the pound Aussie? This is scary. Right here. Look at the pound Aussie, man. This thing is just getting just demolished. I mean, this thing looks extremely bearish. And look at the Euro Aussie. We're sitting right on support here. Look at this. Here, let me just clear all this out. Drawing, remove. Let me grab my charts that I copied from that other guy, Ed. Let me get his charts out. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Oh, what did he do? Oh, yeah, he did something like that. Let's see. Oh, was he using trend lines? Oh, yeah, he was using trend lines. Okay. So, yeah. So this is the Euro Aussie. I mean, um, I'll tweet that, and I'm gonna say I copied this chart from somebody else randomly. No, but seriously though, what's today's date? 8/5/16. Euro Aussie. This is a massive. You can see Aussie really strong. Take a quick look at the Euro Aussie and the trend line we sit on. I mean, because if the Euro Aussie break, because okay, stocks obviously are strong, right? I mean, as much as I'd like to say, dude, the stock market's not strong, it is strong. I mean, it is strong, and if the stock market continues to strengthen, that's actually will just reinforce that the Euro Aussie will break lower. That's all it is, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So really, oh, good, the pound's rolling back over. Thank God. So anyway, I look at the Aussie, and the Aussie looks strong. I couldn't imagine trying to fade the Aussie right now. Aussie against anything. I mean, it's strong against
Yeah,
everything.
that's why I tell people you have to be careful with this stupid honesty because it just trends and trends and trends. And don't forget anybody that I mean, we're pulling back a little bit now on the Aussie. Anybody that was well, I don't think people are still short anymore. But that's a very key level. That 77, 76.92 is a very key level. We'll have to. It may struggle next week. I think, like just like the euro, people are going to buy it. It's going to struggle probably a little bit, but it doesn't mean that we're going to go south of the border now. They just have all the flows. What may happen is next week, and I talked about this earlier, we just may vacillate over the course of the next 7 days, and people are going to say, well, people are on vacation, all the European traders are gone, and then the ship may start to turn slowly, slowly, and then we start to go a little bit lower, and then we break lower, whatever. I don't know if it's going to do that. I think there's going to be a lot of range trading for now because they've lost their oomph with this unbelievable jobs number. The U.S. just keeps on performing and performing and performing. And I mean, it's not like as if I haven't been telling people that for a very long time. I don't know what Trump's going to do because he's got nothing to point out. He keeps telling about everything's so bad and everything's not so bad. At least one thing I know for sure is I know this won't be the lead
This
story on
pound
Fox
might
News.
hit new lows.
Yeah, but 3054 is a 61%. So that's
Fine, let it get there. Let it get there.
Yeah,
I shorted
yeah.
it. I shorted more at 131.02.
Oh, that's good. That's good because you covered. But like I said, I would have covered right there at that 3086, which for those that did, like I said, you had a good opportunity because we actually jumped all the way back up to 3114. I saw 3114.15, I think it was.
Wait, hold on, Paul. Let me copy your charts really quick. Let me see.
Now it has almost made it back to
Yeah,
the.
you are right. That's 618, and that's also horizontal support, Paul. I mean, this
I
is
know.
going to be, yeah, it's going to be pretty big time for
Yeah,
the
it
cable.
is. Yeah, because that is a level there. My ultimate target, I said that yesterday, right when the BOE was happening, is 3019.
The
That's what I'm
flip,
saying. I think you're going to get the hell out of Dodge at 3019, then let it bounce back a pretty good 175 pips, then you can take it back on again. I like covering in this 3086, but don't forget the weekly chart. Everybody's going to be pointing to it, so it's going to be ugly, so they'll have some more pressure on Monday. We talked
the
about that
the
just
the flip side to that. Oh, look at, okay, so yesterday, Paul, look at this. Yesterday, I drew this box out and I said, this is your sell zone, right? This is your
yeah.
sell zone right here. I drew that out yesterday during the morning edge. And that was the sell zone. I mean, we basically touched the sell zone and just reversed hard. Now,
Unfortunately, you were short and you ended up covering the shorts,
I,
which you should have just
well, I
stuck to
covered
it.
half.
No,
I covered half.
no,
That's
I'm talking about yesterday going into the BOE.
oh, yes, because I was such a panic.
Yeah. Because
Yes,
you
yes,
listen to other
yes, because
people,
I'm a
even though that
wussy.
was your
Yeah,
call was to
yeah,
be short. That's what I'm saying. Don't
yeah.
listen to other people.
Nick
I don't
said,
listen.
Nick said, what about the cable at 2950 target as a Gartley D point AB equals CD? You know what? If you guys use Forex Analytics, Nick on the harmonics, she actually posted this chart. She's copying you, Nick. She posted this chart yesterday, and she said this is a possible Gartley down here at 129.50, and that's possible. I mean, it from where we're at, it looks like we can get there. And I probably would be a little. I'd probably be covering down there.
Okay, we have the dollar CAD here, 31.71. They're
Oh
like I
my
said,
God!
they're
Look at the dollar
leaning.
Canadian.
Yeah, they're leaning on those people. They're making
Oh
anybody that's
my
bearish. Yeah,
God!
I talked to some people yesterday, and they said, "Where's a good area?" And I go, "Well, you may want to wait till at least 31 on a good NFP." Some of those people are already short, so they're paying the piper right now. But this is a very good area right here. I still, like I said, like I told you, if you believe crude is bottomed, it's a good time to go in and short the dollar cat. But like I said, the numbers so good, they're going to make everybody pay the piper right now. So you just pick your
Holy
levels and say,
cow.
okay.
Dude, I should not got out of my Euro Canadian. Right when I said we should start buying the Euro crosses or look to buy the Euro crosses, that is when the Euro Canadian just went boop. 10 minutes later, just boop to new highs. Wow, this Canadian is just creaming people. I don't have any Canadian exposure right now, and I'm kind of pissed off about it.
Well, I told people you have to wait. Yesterday, I told people you have to wait for about an hour because the flows were so much against the dollar. You're going to see they're pressing everybody going the other direction, but the flows are so heavily against the dollar. Believe me, I know. I was short the euro, and it went against me because it was end-of-month flows. Then it just kept on going. They didn't care about the bank stocks, although the S&P did, and it just kept on going against me. So that's what I'm saying. The flows are so big right now. Yeah, they're pressuring them, but it's within after the first hour. Let's see what happens. So that's what some people I'd go, you may just want to just wait, let it ride itself out for the, have your levels, which I discussed those levels with people, and watch it as it plays out. I still like the people here on this covering at the 3086. If it can squeeze a little bit lower, fine. We know it's going to go lower over the next few days or next few weeks, but it's a good area to try and cover a little bit, which there was a good cover. If you covered at 3086, you were able to save yourself 30-some pips and get back in. But this 3054 is 61%. I don't know how much further they're going to press this thing.
Hey, real quick, I know I told you guys I bought the Euro Pound. I bought it at 79. So I'm barely in the money right now. But watch this from a this is just going to a 4-hour chart. This is a flag. Here, let me remove that really quick. This is a flag pattern, and obviously coming out of a pennant, so really strong. If we break higher, like above 95, we're going to break into new trend highs. So just keep that. Like I said, I'm long. I'm only up 4 pips, but I'm long, and I'm going to add on a break above like 85 pence.
Also,
so if
the
we break
dollar ends
whoa,
at
pound new lows.
Dollars at
Pound,
150.
boom. Oh, where's the dollar?
Yeah, so well, it's 150. It's back up again. It's kind of squiggling here. If it can punch up to 0.177, then you'll see the euro drop down to the 60s. But let's keep an eye on it. I still think the dollar ends a pretty decent area to scale in some shorts at 0.177. Once again, I can't say enough.
Really? You would short the dollar yen?
This is 0.177 here. If you could start to scale in a little bit on a day trade standpoint, I don't think we're going to be able to make it up to 257, which is a 38%. So I think we can take out the high, which was 0.167, get past the 0.177, let them goose some stops, and let me tell you where the reactionary low is on that. Hold on. Take it on at this price. Well, 0.196. So it's 20 pips above that 0.177. Anything to 0.196, take the short on a day trade standpoint of view. This dollar strength will be faded. I was looking for the dollar strength, so it's not like as if I'm talking out of both sides of my hat. But like I said, I think that because so many people are long, all the flows, they're going to punish those people. They're going to push them to the brink, and then everything will start to recalibrate again. But it was the number that we're looking for.
Thomas said the dollar index is about to hit the 50% retracement. You can't really chase the dollar right now. If I was going to do anything, it'd be selling some of my pound or exiting some of my pound. But yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm just saying if I had more dollars, I wish I had more dollars. I wish I had $100. Isn't that an old Texas song? It's an old country song, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't listen to country. I can't stand that crap. But anyway, I can't. It's the truth. But 3054 is a 61%.
Pound new lows.
Yeah. So,
boom.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing great.
Yeah.
What the hell am I? I'm over here jabbing like a freaking idiot, and I didn't even get short the cable, and I was going to get short the cable,
You
idiot.
told me to get. You're the one that said
No,
yeah.
I know. I'm the one that forgot. I'm over here talking and yakking, and I don't even get short the cable. What a loser. But anyway, yeah,
Oh,
this
Jason, it's the Bare Naked Ladies. If I had $1,000,000. Oh, I thought it was an old country
I
song.
forgot about that band.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Back in the
thanks,
90s.
Jay. Thanks for keeping us straight because I just remember this song. I don't really know
They're going to
how it
press this
originated.
dollar for all it's worth, so people would be aware of that. But what you have to understand is the gigantic flows are going against the dollar. So you know that on a good number like that, they're going to try and press everybody as much as they can. So if you get a move into the euro into the 60s, you got to buy that. But it's going to be predicated on if we get the dollar yen to break above 67. I think a break above 67, we can challenge 77. Any moves into 0192 area, you can fade it on a day trade standpoint. You can actually hang on to it because there's nothing. They're gonna go with this dollar strength, but they're gonna ultimately fade it. The bigger hands will use an opportunity to sell it, and
Wow,
then what happens next week is whatever happens next week.
this Aussie, it really, man, this thing, I can't believe how well the Aussie's holding up. But yeah, I guess you shouldn't, and I shouldn't be so shocked about that because, look, risk appetite is still strong, right? Look at stocks. I mean, we're breaking in at not new highs, but we broke multi-day highs. Um, so I mean, the
Euro
risk
on its
flows.
lows, new lows euro, new lows
New
euro.
lows pound, yep.
But you got to keep an eye on that dollar yen. The dollar yen will tell you where the euro is going to go to. So if we get and the dollar yen is on its highs right now.
I
So
mean, look
you
at the
have to
stock market. The stock market just creaming too.
Yeah,
So,
if you're trading the euro, make sure you
ooh,
look at the
ooh,
dollar.
ooh,
The
ooh,
dollar
ooh,
will.
ooh, ooh, uh, ooh,
Oh, it hit
ooh,
the
ooh,
61%,
ooh,
30,
ooh,
54.
ooh, Euro pound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, do you guys remember that movie with Eddie Murphy, Coming to America? Ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Remember the lady that was jumping up and down? Ooh. He said, bark like a dog. She's like, woof, 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 woof. Sorry, sorry. You know what's the Kip? It's the things that keep us entertained on days like today. The Prince from Zamunda, Walter said. Woof, woof, woof. Hey, Kip, say hi to Paul. Paul, Kip.
Hey,
Um,
man.
Good
hey,
job,
Paul.
guys. Great job
Paul,
this morning.
Paulie
How's
rocked it,
it
dude. I'm so happy he did it right. Paul nailed
Yeah.
it. I was like, it's going to be a weak number. He's like, no, hell no. He nailed it like it was nobody's business. It was
I
unreal.
said 223, and the upside surprise I said was going to be in the 250s.
I don't care what anybody says about you, Paul. I love you. That was
And
awesome.
boy, a lot of people do say a lot of stuff.
All right,
Thanks a lot.
guys.
I'll talk to you
Hey,
guys later. Bye.
thank you, Paul. Have a
All
great
right, take
weekend.
it easy.
And Kip, I hope you guys have a fun day today.
I'm sure we will with all this action going on.
All right, man. Well, you guys have a great one. I'll see you in 3 hours. Have fun with Kip during the opening bell. Don't go to watch CNBC. There's no reason to. Stay here.
No.
All right, guys. Talk to you all later.
Thanks, Blake. See
Bye-bye.
ya. Bye. All right, guys. Good morning.